Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Grant Draws. My hair is a little bit crazy. That's okay. On the show today we have Laurie Calcaterra.
Hello.
Uh, as always, we are sponsored by the Independent Creator Directory, and I am going to go through some of the comments, and
Yeah.
then we will check out Laurie's Kickstarter. So Dan is saying good evening. Donna is saying hi. Lots of people saying hi. Carlos saying that he just finished watching another channel that I follow and it ended just in time. Well,
Perfect.
that sounds like it was meant to be. Donna's saying, hey, WD. I always thought she was talking about WD 40, but she's actually saying Witzman, dude. Everybody's saying hi again. And Carlos giving you a compliment, Laurie, which is nice.
Ha 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 ha. Tears of the readers in the evening, Carl.
Well,
Yes.
you should switch to like wine that you made out of Tears of the Reader in the
Oh
evening.
man, I people keep telling me I need to make a pale ale called Pale like Path of the Pale Ale or Tears of I don't know, Pale Tears, something like that. It is a little late for a coffee, but I'll be drinking coffee on my show tomorrow on Tuesday Morning Brew.
So you
Mm.
mentioned that. Well, I'm going to take a break from the comments just for a second. So you mentioned that you wanted to make a coffee, a Path of the Pale Riders coffee.
Yeah. Well, what I have a stretch goal on the campaign that if we break a certain dollar amount, I will roast everybody coffee beans because I do that. I roast coffee. And we named it Zombeans for when you're feeling a little dead and you need a little pick me up. Yeah.
That's cool. So so my question was going to be, how do you decide what flavor of coffee best captures your characters?
That's a good question. For the zombies themselves, I'll probably just go with a dark roast with the most caffeine I can find is like pick you up from the dead. But
Oh,
again, I just I'm roasting these myself. So I like these Mexican beans that I get from I think they're called Altura because the beans are grown on the side of a volcano. So they're high altitude and the soil is super rich because it's the side of a volcano. It's the best. It's the best. So, but I mean,
these
like,
are-
if anybody has a preference, chime in, right?
so my wife and I were talking about this because I bought this Superman cologne because I don't know if
Yeah.
you know this. I really love Superman, but like I was thinking, like, if you work for the cologne company, how do you decide what Superman smells like?
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. What does it smell like?
Citrusy. Why is it citrusy?
I don't know.
But the other thing that I think is crazy is Old Spice made their own soap, their own
Yeah.
cologne, and their own deodorant for Superman, but they didn't make the hair styling stuff. You would think that that would be like the first thing that they would
Yeah,
do
they
because
need
Superman has
just
such a
need
distinct hairdo.
yeah, the curl on the forehead, right?
Yeah,
For men hair gel.
these are the things that keep me up at night.
Yeah, that's how I roll too.
So Carl says probably. I think he's talking about it being too late for
Too
coffee.
late for coffee. Coffee tomorrow, guys, for sure. I'll have it in a I don't know which mug I'm gonna use tomorrow, whatever strikes my fancy, but I'm feeling POTPR because I have that beautiful green mug that I love so much. Yeah, probably. Do you got a dark sense of humor, Carl? Because that's how I roll.
So yeah, so Carl's being very complimentary tonight, which is
Thank
nice.
you.
Donna's saying don't forget to like and share, folks. Thank you again, Donna. I always appreciate you reminding. See, I'm bad at this. Donna reminds me to
I'm
say
too. I'm always like, "Welcome to the show," and I just like dive right in. I always ask. I forget to ask till someone else puts it in the chat, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, if you're not subscribed,
exactly.
help a girl
So
out.
Donna and Carl are both saying hello. Some guy named Grant is posting the Kickstarter link. And Donna saying I was right.
The tears.
Oh, I think she was talking about the coffee.
Ah, yeah. Sounds like my kind of coffee if you can raise the dead. That's what I aim for. That is the whole point of the coffee beans, the zombies.
Okay, so Carl
Oh,
is
okay.
saying Superman flew to the tropics and tried citrus cologne and liked it. Okay, that might be it.
I mean, what else would you make him smell like? What else would Superman smell like?
So I did once buy a Superman coffee, and it was
Yeah.
vanilla flavored, which
Boring. Come
yeah,
on.
that kind of makes me mad because the thing that people who hate Superman always say is, "Oh, he's so vanilla."
Yeah.
Oh,
And then they made it vanilla. You proved my point, sir,
yeah,
ma'am, whoever you are.
yeah. Whoever was in charge of that coffee made, I
Needs
was
to
not.
smell like apple pie, I guess.
Oh, that would work.
Like he's
Like
like the
Mothman.
American, hero. So it's like apple pie and I guess that's why vanilla ice cream, but
Yeah.
uh, cinnamon then? It would be like cinnamon and vanilla and that's very feminine though. Need more
Oh,
like musk.
so Carl is plugging his dark humor group, which I wasn't saying as a complaint. I hope all of our listeners plug anything or everything that they want to. But
I'm gonna join
Carlos,
the group.
he has a Facebook, Uncle Carl's Secret Humor Group, which is good. How do I put this? Some of the humor on there is a little bit corny for my taste. Um, but the people who are funny on there are funny enough to make up for the corny guys.
So one of my characters, if you look at the banner, so we have our cowboy, that's our titular, he's a protagonist, that's Jude Sinclair. He's the dude we're following through the apocalypse to try and figure out what broke death. And this other guy is Dwayne Fink, who claims to know how the apocalypse started. And Jude found him in this town called Santa Claus, standing on a table, spilling his beer on people and announcing to the world why death is broken. So Dwayne is that loudmouth, kind of just ridiculous guy. And so part of our marketing is that I made reels that are deep thoughts by Dwayne Fink, and they are so freaking funny. It's just ridiculous.
Are these on your Facebook page or on your
On my
YouTube page?
Facebook. Oh, I put on my Facebook, my Insta, and on my TikTok. Those will go in those 3 places.
So
Sometimes I think it bleeds over to Threads.
after the show, I'm gonna have to check it out. And I
Yeah, they're
heard
super
all
funny. I released one this morning, but it's just I have, someone do the voice work, so it's in his, like a Dwayne voice too. It's really funny, but we're silly.
so
Corny
Joe is
humor.
saying so Joe is saying corny humor is all about all I know how to create. As soon as I said that some of the humor is corny, I knew I was gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like Joe is
I
by it.
always have a good laugh.
Donna's saying hi to Joe, and uh, and Donna's saying Trey balances it out. Trey is Joe's wife. And
Gotcha.
Carl is saying it takes all types to make a world. Some are corny, some are dark, some are just weird. Yeah, that's fair enough.
This is true.
Do you want me to play your video?
Yes, because I got a silly video.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra, writer and creator of A Banana Peel. Really? Take 2. Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra, writer and creator of Path of the Pale Rider. There is a link in this video that will take you to a hidden reward on this campaign. So pay attention. Returning backers, congrats! Because this is issue 7, which is my favorite. It's what we've been waiting for, and I cannot wait for you to see the ending. It is killer. And for the people just finding Path, oh boy, are you in for a treat. Becca, what is Path of the Pale Rider? Oh yeah, Path of the Pale Rider is a Western apocalypse comic book series where death is broken. We're following a cowboy through the wasteland as he sifts through conspiracy theories trying to figure out what the heck happened. We don't have flesh-craving zombies. We have people whose soul didn't leave when their body died, and their mind slowly rots. There's no magic bullet to the brain. There's no escape. You feel pain. You decompose. you lose your humanity. And by the way, this affects people, animals, insects, fish. So do you have like 5,000 questions about how this world works? So does everybody else. Mostly the answer is put hot sauce on it. Hey, eyes over here. We'll talk hot sauce later. Pay attention. There's a ton in the campaign below, so just go explore. You're going to find amazing comics, variant covers by talented artists, ketchup tiers, hot sauce, t-shirts, riddles, custom pop, kick-ass stretch goals, unique handmade items. Oh, and did I mention hot sauce? I really hope this is your new favorite read. Thanks again for backing this campaign and supporting indie comics. I hope you start on your path today.
Cool. So you mentioned hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you make your own hot sauce, or is that something that you
No,
buy?
I make my own hot sauce, Grant, from
Okay.
scratchola. In fact, I'm going to be making some this week because I ran out of the barbecue ghost pepper. That's my top seller.
Now,
So
is
I went
this
to
spicy, or is it?
what's that?
Okay, so I know that there's that scale. What's it called? The Scoville?
Scoville's. Yeah.
Where would it be on that?
So ghost pepper is like 1 million to 2 million Scovilles. It's pretty
Okay.
hot. And then I do have a Carolina Reaper sauce, which is 2 to 4 million Scovilles. That's about as hot as I go, is the Carolina Reapers. So people, I mean, like, I don't know what it is with hot sauce. It's like there's two camps. There's either the camp that's like, I want good flavor with some heat, enhance the food, but I don't want any of the like side effects of eating really, really hot food where you like get sweaty or you could get heart palpitations, you get afterburn, if you know what I
Right.
mean. And then there's people that are like, I want it so stupid hot, I can't feel feelings. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That,
and they always try to act tough. I always know which one, which camp they're in because my sauces are not so hot that they make you have physical pain. They are well balanced and they have different levels of heat and flavor profiles depending on what you want it, what you like, right? And so when people come up and they're like, "What's the hottest sauce you got?" And I'm like, "Well, I have a Carolina Reaper." And they're like, "This ain't hot." And I'm like, "You should question your life choices, person,
yeah.
because what are you
It never
doing?"
made sense to me to eat something that is literally causing you pain. You know? It
Some people have a high tolerance. I don't know. Maybe it's from COVID. Like people lost their sense of taste and smell, and it helps bring it back. But I
well,
don't
I
know.
know
So
I know some people like people who've been eating spicy food since they were a kid, like they just
yeah,
like kill all the taste buds in their tongue,
yes,
and they need that super spicy stuff just to
yeah,
feel alive.
yeah. Well, it's supposed to be good for your immune system and like kill off
Really.
bacteria. Blah blah blah. I just like the taste of it. So I make the stuff that I like. A lot of people like what I like. So yeah, it's just there's a loophole with the campaign. So it's like if you get a book, you can add on hot sauce. You can't really do a Kickstarter just for food, but the
Right.
add-on feature lets me ship things to people because you can't get it from my website as a individual sale. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why it's here. Stock up, people, because we ain't running another campaign till February.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're gonna be too close to the holidays, and I don't want to make my crew work over Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Like we'll pick up again in the spring. I also want people to have time to digest this issue because it's a lot.
Oh,
So
okay. So is this
this
like
is
a
a
turning point for the series?
Yes. So when I originally wrote the series, everybody, I wrote it as a full-length movie. And I mean, again, the video pretty much explains what it is. It's a world where death is broken. We're following this cowboy. So we start 10 years into that apocalypse. So issues 1 and 2 is 10 years into that apocalypse. You get to see like what the world has turned into. And then issues 3 and 4, we go back and you get to see it all kind of fall apart from the day that death went missing. So things get progressively worse as the story goes on. And so we're right in the middle. Like if it was a movie, this is the halfway point, right? Because it's 12 issues and we're pushing into the second half. And so this is the point in the movie where everything goes wrong. And then your protagonist has to figure out A, how to survive, B, if they want to continue on their mission or change depending on what's happening around them. So this issue is one that I have been sitting on a major secret since 2018. I'm just really happy to get it out there.
So according to Carl, you
Yeah.
smashed peppers on your back patio.
I smash bigger things than peppers. Carl must have seen. Okay, so if you're new to Laurie Calcaterra, we do this crazy stretch goal called the Slice and Dice. And in that one, you get to participate in group murder, I guess.
Oh, neat.
Sorry. Don't kick us off, YouTube. So what it is that you vote on a name for a vegetable or fruit, like a watermelon, a pumpkin. We've done jackfruit, we've done pineapple, and then you vote on a weapon of destruction. So I have come from movie production. I was in stunt choreography. I have a lot of weapons. And so I'll throw a few on a list and then people are allowed to like suggest things. And so I'll pull, whatever wins, I'll pull out that weapon. I'll dress up as Pikachu. And then on the Tuesday morning brew in the backyard patio, yep, I smashed the heck out of things.
Nice.
The sledgehammer won 2 times in a row. So things got sledgehammered to pieces. So we've done a bat saw and like swords and yeah, Gallagher was great.
Dan
We
is
miss him.
implying that you were maybe influenced by Gallagher as a kid.
Bring back Gallagher. Isn't that just, it's fun. We have a smashing good time. I'll just say that. We always do. So
I mean, I believe he passed away, but we
yeah,
can bring back Gallagher's spirits.
I could be Gallagher. Yeah. I'll be the next Gallagher dressed as Pikachu. Yeah. I'll bring it back.
Oh, so like how Gallagher sold his name to his brother. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah, that's right. It's
So
like
you'll
Gallagher number 2.
You'll get him to sell his name to you too.
That's a great idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Galaga.
scroll.
No, wait, that's a video game. That's our main cover, by the way. So this is the one that will be in production forever.
Okay.
But we'll also be we make wooden covers of these. It's just gorgeous. And my art team, of course, that's Gilbert Perez on pencils and inks. He's done some incredible work. You should all his bio is further down. And then Matt Chambers on colors. The two of those guys together just knock stuff out of the park. Like you'll see. So I give you a few different scenarios. You can read them if you want. You don't have to. But that's kind of like the feel of the book is those other properties. Yeah. The feel, I mean, of course, we're different. We are original. So
I was going to ask you if you have a favorite, like post-apocalypse movie.
I have a lot. I love okay. So I grew up watching Westerns with the pops, right? We would watch Clint Eastwood. He was the fave. And then as I got older, I really enjoyed apocalypse movies. And it's because of watching Westerns. Because it's lawless and, there's usually a loner on a horse by himself trying to survive, with limited resources against all odds. And the apocalypse stuff just made it a lot more fun because then you can throw in like robots or disease or zombies. And so it takes it to another place. So that's why I think it works so well together is that Westerns and apocalypse go so much together. I like a lot of stuff.
It's weird. I find post-apocalypse movies relaxing, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I find them relaxing because I like if in the post-apocalypse, I wouldn't have to worry about stuff like rent or the electric bill or getting up in time for work. which is
Right.
crazy because you would have way
It's
way
way
worse.
worse because it's like you now have no health care. Any
Right.
infection can kill you. By the way, what are you going to do about your toothache? Um,
Right.
you know,
Well, this is
there's just
America, so most people don't have health insurance anyways.
yeah,
But
but I mean, like it's like anything can kill you, right? And
right.
it's like food and clean water, and it becomes like a major thing.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I
at least
mean,
you know how to pay rent. But what are you going to eat? So
yeah, exactly. So so yeah, so the fact that I find post-apocalypse movies relaxing means that I'm not thinking logically,
yeah,
um, but I
but
don't know. I guess I
still,
only think about the good things about the post-apocalypse.
I think they're fun because it's an extreme situation. And so we're seeing characters forced to make decisions that they wouldn't have to make otherwise.
Right.
Right? And so I think that's what the draw is that your characters are much more explosive, much, like big things happening because it's a situation that would like that's not happening. That could never happen until I guess it does, but whatever. You like this cover? I got some gorgeous variant covers. So this is William Russell on issue 7. William Russell actually has 2 covers on this campaign, and you'll see the second one in the add-ons. But so this is issue 7. This next one is Wade Codling. And this one, when he made it, he did the TVs as the background and then went and did each one of the screens as a separate piece. And so that actually let me animate this. So there's a reel
Oh,
I
man.
posted where this is animated with sound effects and like it's super cool. But it's just about like, okay, so this whole time that Jude's been looking, there's been this propaganda in the background. They disappear the undead to the undead retirement community, or they're telling you to like buy a spot because spots are filling up and it's this community with white picket fences. And then in issue 6, there's this group of undead like banditos, and they're like, the undead retirement community is not what you think it is. Like, we don't know what it is because we send people in there and they never come back. Right. And he's like, so we need someone to blow it all open, right? And so that's what this issue is. Jude, they made up this cockamamie plan, like terrible plan. Like, good luck, right? And he's gonna break in there undercover and hopefully see what it is and then get back out with his heartbeat still intact, but you don't know. This is a Les Gardner cover. Lola and Sad Pancake. Sad Pancake is the puppy.
Yeah.
Hilarious story behind that one. It's Gilbert's fault. It's not mine. I didn't kill the puppy. I swear Gilbert did it. Don't come for me. I kill everything else. Terry Parr. This cover, so
He's
gorgeous.
got a lot of covers.
He does. He does. And it's like there's 3 campaigns that are live right now with the Terry Parr cover. It's like How to Catch a Hunter. What's the other one? There's Dusk, Love Bites, and then Path that have Terry Parr covers. So if you're a Terry Parr fan, there you go. And then this one, this is Catherine Burkhart. And I met her at a Comic-Con. She's in college. She's young
That's awesome.
and likes to draw zombies in the West. And she's really big into the Red Dead Redemption crowd. And like goes to cons where they all dress up in Western gear. It's super fun. Are you all right?
Yeah,
Computer's
sorry, I was just rearranging my legs.
Gotcha. So covers, I got a plethora of t-shirts, a lot of designs. You can pick any design you want. We do have a t-shirt tier, but you can add on a t-shirt to any reward in the add-ons. And in the survey, you tell me what size and what style you want. And there we go. I put it
So
together
how do
for
you
you.
make the t-shirts? You said that you make your own
Mhm.
t-shirt.
Yep, I order the t-shirts per the request of the backers, and then I order. It's called DTF. It's vinyl transfer, a heat transfer, and I have a t-shirt press, and so it comes in a big long roll. They print it for me, and I cut it apart, put it on per order, and then press it. Then I package it up and put your name on it and the size, and off it goes.
Yeah, you've got a
Like
lot
a
of
day.
designs, so you almost have to do them yourself.
Merch is hard. It's like you have to, and I had a person that was doing shirts for me and she was wonderful and I highly recommend her. Her name is Taylor Hicks and she's out of Michigan. There was a t-shirt press on sale on Amazon and I had gift cards to burn and I was like, I want to try it. And that was it. Like I got addicted. And that's why I think we have so many different styles of shirts because I'm like, woohoo, I could just make whatever I want.
That's cool.
Making t-shirts.
I bought a bunch of Beowulf t-shirts and it's, I mean, they take up a lot of space, first of all.
T-shirts?
And yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it for League of Cryptids or not yet because, like I said, it takes up a lot of space. It's hard bringing, like, everybody wants their specific size, so you can't just bring like 1 or 2 shirts with you to a convention. You have to bring like 20 different sizes. You know?
Yeah, I made, I think maybe 8 shirts. And took them to a con just to show people what I can do. I think I sold 2. Like you're right. It's like it's hard to do when it's like that's not really your focus. And again, it's like if they have a set dollar amount, there isn't really so much money to spend. I would rather them read the story than wear a cool shirt. So I'm pushing my books and not so much the t-shirts. So cool pops, man. I got them all.
And now, are these custom?
They're custom. They're expensive. They're expensive. These are not from Funko. This is an actual studio that I purchased these from. These are handmade. And they're gorgeous. And that's why we limit them because they're super expensive. I don't buy extra. There's none at cons. They're not on my web. Nah, you got to get them on the Kickstarter. They're made to order. And so I think we open up like 5 of a certain design, and then the new design, there's 1 available. And that lady is undefeated. She gets the new one every campaign. I think if she didn't get it, she would show up at my doorstep, knocking like, excuse me, I need to talk to you about, getting the new pop. Like she better keep winning or I'm going to get talked to. But so that's the latest one is the Jimmy Pop covered in blister beetles.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. But these are great because they're limited. So it's like if I open up 5 and only 3 people order them, you get a 1 of 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know toys are really expensive and I mean, they're really hard to make for like independent comic books because I mean, the whole idea is the more you make, the cheaper it is to make. So,
and a lot of times it's overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're only making like 10,
it's not worth it. No,
it's really not worth it. But
no, this is different. Like these are handmade objects and they're meant to look like Funko Pop. You know what I mean? So for me, it makes sense. But like getting the mass produced ones, like they have to build a mold from scratch. Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a friend who made toys for his comic book series, and he said the number one piece of advice I give people about making toys for their comic book is don't make toys for your comic book because it's just not worth it. But then I said, but how much is being able to see like your creation as like a toy? And he goes, yeah, that's exactly why I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. We all want the stuff. You just got to pay for it in one way, shape, or the other. Wooden covers.
Yeah, you make the wooden covers yourself.
I do. I have access to a makerspace. So there's a laser engraver there. So I get the black and white inks from Gilbert Perez and transfer it into a STL file. And then the laser engraver cuts it into some wood. I stain it and I take care of it, lovingly attach it to the comic book. And there you go. I have too many hobbies. I have a problem. Hi, I'm Laurie. I have a problem.
That's funny.
All right. So here's the other William Russell cover. And so the story behind this is that William Russell and I, we collaborate on each other's projects. So he does covers for Path, and I actually write his creator-owned series, Psycho Sal. And so I started writing his series at issue 4. And I wrote 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then he had a guy write not a guy, it's Chris Hayes. He's a very talented writer, excuse me. He wrote issues 1 through 3, and he's going to be finishing up issue 9. And so Psycho Sal has Laurie Calcaterra all over it. And so we just, we trade back and forth, but we didn't pick up until path number 3. And so we're going back and we're doing a variant cover of issue 1 this campaign, and then we'll do a variant cover of issue 2 next campaign, and then you could actually get like an angry artist collection of Path of the Pale Rider. I thought that was super cool. So
okay, so you write a story,
you
write a comic book for somebody else's creation.
Yes.
How does that work? Do they explain what the storyline is, and then you fill in like all the littler details, like, and figure out what the dialogue and stuff is?
Exactly. Because I mean, like he's not really a writer per se, but he has a general idea of how he wants his story to go. He's like, here's this character, she has a family. This is, how things kind of how they meet the bad guy. And then, ultimately this is her arc, in the series.
Yeah.
And then so over like I was doing 4, 5, and 6 as like one group. And so I would fill in. Her name is TL. Her or Tony is her name. TL is what they call her. And so TL's story spans over, 4, 5, and 6, and that's how like her with the bad guy and like slowly devolving, and I'm like building in the foreshadowing what's going to happen in 6, and so I'm fleshing out his story to make it more than him being like she meets the bad guy and ultimately this is what happens to her. I fill in the journey. So.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea, because I feel like a lot of comic book artists want to write their own comic book, but a lot of them just don't like the story. Like, they're just not there as far as like writing.
Some people
And
can. I think you do a great job. But some people, yeah, they need help. And sometimes they don't realize it until they're past issue 1, and they're like, I wrote myself into a corner,
yeah,
And so it's like, well, that's when you bring in the Laurie Calcaterras, and you say, this is my idea. And then we brainstorm together, and then I flesh it out for you. And then I can help plan out the pages for pacing, and because that's important for a story, right?
right.
So, and I understand all the aspects of storytelling. So it's super important to have someone that can help you do that. So if you're an artist and you have a story you want to tell, consider talking to a writer that would be willing to help you. But usually that means you're doing covers for me.
Yeah.
It's a good
Oh,
trade.
really? So that's the trade-off that you do?
Yep.
That
For every
works.
issue, I get a cover. So,
That sounds awesome, actually.
yeah.
That's
But
interesting. I know one of the big problems with like, especially with comic book writers, is like when you're starting out, it's like you have to save up so much money
so much
to
money.
hire artists.
Yeah. Page rates and covers and variant covers and yep, it adds up. One
So
of the cool things about William Russell, though, is that he comes to Texas a lot. He's from Tennessee. And so he was at Texas Haunters this past weekend. And so when I'm selling Path and I'm telling people, look at my all variant covers you can get. Oh, by the way, this is the William Russell cover. He is right over here and he's signing books for free today.
that's
And by
always
the way, if you like my series, you'll love Psycho Sal too. You know what I mean? So we send people back and forth and we try to, help each other's audience and people. Cause really, I mean, I'm the writer on both series, and the art is the same. So if they're attracted to the art, they'll be attracted to his book as well. And if they like his story, they'll like my story and vice versa. So it's a great time when we can work together to build our audiences, right?
that makes sense,
That's the
right?
goal. This. Everybody, I don't know about you. I grew up reading the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Right. That's the next thing that I was going to get to. So this is Choose Your Own Path, but similar but legally distinct from Choose Your Own Adventure.
For legal purposes, yes.
Right.
Because
Now,
Choose Your Own Adventure is copyright.
are these prose?
It's a combination. So it is prose. It's 60 pages, black and white. It's a digest size, so manga sized book, but it's American, like it's Western, so you read it left to right. And it does have some illustration. The interior illustration is done by David Rodriguez, who was the actual original artist when we started the project in 2020, and we never published because of COVID. So his art for Path of the Pale Rider lives on in this. It's gorgeous. That up at the top, that big James with the swipe and he has like arrows sticking out of his skull, that's what this is from. So super cool.
So I am going to take a brief break from talking about your Kickstarter just to go
Yeah,
through.
I know. I got a ton of stuff on there, man.
Yeah. That's
We
all
didn't
right.
even get to the hot sauce yet. Gallagher, I love it. I might steal it. Hey,
Don
Don.
is stopping in. Nice to see you again, Don. It's been a while since I've seen you. Just saying hi. And everybody's excited about Don. Carl says Soylent Green or Vincent Price in Last. Yeah, so have you
Yeah,
ever
those
seen
are both
Vincent
good.
Price in Last Man on Earth?
Soylent Green is classic, man. Everybody needs to read or watch Soylent Green. Last Man on Earth is really good too. A Boy and His Dog.
So yeah, Last Man on Earth is based on the same book that the Will Smith movie I Am
Legend
is based on. And they actually made that book into movies 3 times.
Yeah, they kept messing it up.
The second one starred Charlton Heston. I don't remember what that one was called. I want to say Omega Man.
That's it.
Yeah. But yeah, they remade that. It's a really good book, and they remade it. They made it into movies 3 times, and I don't know. I don't think any of them are as good as the book.
I think they kind of missed the mark, especially the Will Smith one, where it was like, it's vampire society that has evolved so much that they have literally their own society. They're not the monsters anymore. They're the majority. Except for this doctor. What's the doctor's name? It's Dr. Neville. And he is the one that's the monster. He is the legendary monster because he's the one that like will show up in the middle of the night and kidnap a vampire to run experiments on. And so that's what the book is about. It's like when you're normal, but you're not, norms have changed. You know what I mean? And now he is the legendary monster. So
exactly.
They just miss it. Do it again.
I mean, I'm sure in this day and age there'll be a TV show.
Another reboot.
Yeah. This was going to be my next question. So, okay, so you're doing a trade paperback every 4 issues.
Right.
Okay, cool. So, so are you going to do another one after issue 8?
Yes. So we're halfway there. 5 and 6 are published. 7 will be coming. And then we'll run 8 in the spring. And then we'll run, very quickly run another campaign for trade paperbacks for 5 through 8. And we're going to have always bonus material and a new cover and all that good stuff that goes with trade paperback campaigns because the art is paid for. So the goal is like half, which is great. It's just basically print charges and whatever merch gets ordered. But I love a good trade paperback. It just has a good feel to it, you know?
I like the coming out with the trade paperbacks because, like you said, it's kind of reprinted material. So
yeah, but people are one camp or the other. Like I was surprised at how many new to Path backers there were on the trade paperback. So people have been watching me and knew that the trade was coming and then just back the trade. And so I'm sure all those people will be back when we do the next one for 5 through 8, to keep building their collection. So I always have like new stuff in there too. So sorry, Grant, I talked.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was going to say a lot of people are saying that the way the industry is moving is single issues are getting phased out and more people are going straight to trade paperback.
It's hard to do that though, don't you? Well, for you, it might be easier because you do all the parts, but for me to pay an artist for 148 pages in order for me to raise that money on one campaign in 30 days is pretty difficult.
Well, the difference is you're investing money. I'm investing time. So the problem is like, okay, if I have like 120 page trade paperback and let's say it takes me a year to do that, that's a year without any profit. Who
Right.
wants to do that?
Right. And I
So
know, especially with stories where you're left on a cliffhanger, like
yeah,
ours, people want to know what happens next.
yeah,
So I try to release them at least a couple times, 2 or 3 a year, just so that like people can reread the story, see what's new, oh my God, this big thing happened. It's like, all right, when's the next one coming? So I wish we could do it more frequently, but life is in the way.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, these things take time to make. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
wouldn't that be nice if we could come out with them right away?
Yeah.
Like maybe if we had like a whole team full of people. If we had the budget of like a DC or a Marvel book.
Right, if I had the budget and then if it was the only thing that, my team was working on because again, we're all indie, so, my team, they all have full-time jobs and, they go to Comic Cons and the art team guys, they're making art to go to the cons and they're doing, like Gilbert will do the promotional art for the Comic Cons, and so it's like he has a lot on his plate. Um, so if it was just Path that we were doing and the money wasn't a factor, we could get them out a lot quicker, but it's just not how the world works, We gotta put food on the table.
Yeah. So you have laser cut poker
Mhm.
cards.
Mhm.
Do you make these yourself as well?
I sure do. I made 10 of these, so those are limit I love the squishies, don't go bad. I made
Uh,
these too, look.
yeah, I'm sorry. I keep scrolling forward. I like you'll be talking about something, and I want to see what's next, and so
Yeah,
I scroll down and I
I
forget.
love these.
Sorry,
I
what were you
think
saying?
everybody would love these, I don't know, I'm just saying.
So these are like squishy things that like maybe like stress relievers or like
Yeah,
ooh,
it's like a
cool.
stress ball, and I got a heart, a brain, a big James paw, and a sad pancake paw, and, like, I thought these were cool for the kids. So, like, my kids, when I bought the kit, immediately demanded that I make them one, so it's like
Of
but they're
course.
just fun. Like, I have fun just sitting here just, like, playing with it while we're talking just to give my fingers something to do.
Oh, okay. So that's
And please don't eat them. They're
oh,
not edible.
I didn't even realize that we have more comments because I didn't scroll down far enough.
Oh, sorry.
Carl
Night
is
of the Comet. Yeah, that's a good one
I
too.
haven't seen that one. Carl says, speaking of apocalypse, our
Right?
neighbors are trying to pull down a tree with rope and a truck at this. What? Oh my God! Like,
What in the redneck?
why are they
Right.
doing this at night? Why wouldn't they do it during the? I mean, maybe because it's so hot during the day, but I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on where they are. Would it be better to sell iron-on transfers? Maybe.
But then wouldn't you have to have the machine, or could you just iron on?
He's saying, like, just send them home with a transfer, and then they can get whatever shirt they want and iron on themselves. I guess it depends on the size. You know what I mean? Because if the transfers are big, they're more difficult to iron on. You probably want someone to do it for you that needs, like, a machine.
Yeah. So okay, so Don is saying I have that Choose Your Path book and she loves it, and I haven't unpopped back out yet. Okay, I know what she means. She means that she said that she was going to pop in and pop out,
Oh, gotcha.
and she has not unpopped. Well, that's good, right? You must have found we were talking about interesting. Okay, so here's what Carl is saying, which to me is
Yes.
an interesting question. Carl is saying, will people invest in a trade paperback at a higher price if they haven't bought one of the floppies before? So this is
Yes.
one of the things that um, goes through my head a lot. So, well, here's the thing. First of all, trade paperbacks are, when you think about it, way more bang for your buck
Mhm.
because you can get like 6 comic books. Like, I mean, you figure if each comic book costs $5 and you're selling the trade paperback for 20, you're saving a
Mhm.
lot of money. And it's
Mhm.
also like way, way, way cheaper to print that out. So you're actually making way more money off of the trade. And the other thing that I've noticed is when I'm at these conventions, it is way, way, way easier to convince somebody to just buy the trade paperback than to buy all 6 of the issues.
I'm
So
about 50-50 right now, just basing off of my last weekend, because I have a lot of really cool variant art and
yeah.
people wanna kinda, like, custom make their own set, and I think part of it is, Grant, is that I don't have the 2nd trade paperback yet. So I have
Uh,
1 through 4, but there's 5 and 6, and so if they're sold on the story and they're gonna be getting floppies anyway, so I think that's just kinda where I'm at in my journey, where people are opting for, the individuals because they have to get individuals. But when I was at issue 4, so I was like, "You can get 1 through 4 or you can get the trade." It's the same amount of story, just depending on how you wanna do it. Everybody was choosing the trade, everybody.
yeah. So, okay, so that's something that I didn't think of. So when you go to these conventions, you're bringing like all your variant covers with you?
Some of them. I don't have I usually when I sell out of a variant, if it's not like a real big draw, I don't reprint it. Like there's some variants that I will reprint forever, like that iconic yellow Big James. Like
Yeah.
that one's iconic to us. So that one will get reprinted forever. But most of the time when it's sold out, I'm not printing more variants. So no variants for 1, no variants for 2. I have 2 variants for 3. I still have variants for 4, 5, and 6. Right? So I am bringing those with me, but like as I sell out, I sold out of a variant for number 5. It was really popular. It was a William Russell cover. I don't plan on reprinting it because eventually when we get to the trade, and I think this is true too, like I will reprint the individual issues less when we are approaching the trade
Yeah.
because I usually put the art from all the variant covers in the back of the trade. That's some of the bonus material. So there's really no point of reprinting it. Like there is no point of me ever reprinting issue 4 at this
Yeah.
point because people will get the trade once issue 4 is sold out.
Right. So okay, so that's something else that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So Angie and I have been experimenting with Angie's my wife. We've been
Oh,
experimenting
no.
with this thing now where like what okay, if we don't put out the individual issues, will people just buy the trade? Or is it a good idea to have both out and like kind of convince people like um oh, instead of buying these 6 issues, that costs you $30, but if you just buy this trade, that's 20. I don't know. Do you have strong feelings on that?
I give people all options and let them decide.
Well, it also
So,
sounds like you're doing a lot of variant covers. So on some level,
mhm,
people are buying because they want like collector's items, right?
yes. But I can see the draw of like as my um collection, my own personal collection, my library, as that grows, it's hard to take it all with you to the Comic-Con. It's a lot of work.
That's one
And
of the things I
so
was thinking about.
I think once we're at the next trade, like I'm not reprinting 2, 3, and 4 anymore. So you have
Right.
the option to get issue 1 or you can get the trade of 1 through 4, and then I'll probably still carry variants of the higher numbers because they just haven't been in circulation for long. But
Yeah.
again, as we get closer to the next trade, I stop ordering those. I just don't wanna carry it all around, honestly.
Well, that's how I see it too. I see issue 1 as being like the test comic book. Like
Mhm.
okay, take this if you're kind of
Try it out.
unsure about whether you like it or not, hey, you know what? Issue 1 just costs you $5.
Right.
You get home,
Give it a
try it out.
try.
If you don't like it, give it to somebody else or just throw it in the garbage or whatever. But
Ouch.
but like you haven't made that $20 commitment,
Right.
especially because none of us are famous yet. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's one thing to to it's one thing to put a $20 investment into a Stephen King book when you
Let's
know who Stephen King.
Berserker. Berserker. We knew
Right.
Berserker was going to be good. The team that was involved, Keanu Reeves was involved. It was a Kickstarter project. It made millions. Like we knew we were committed to that one. Right. Laurie Calcaterra, people are like, who?
You're slightly less famous than
Slightly
Keanu.
less famous than Keanu Reeves, but only by this much.
Right.
I still know how to kick a butt and shoot things, just not on his level.
So according to Carl, the neighbors and their
Oh,
foolishness are done for the night, so that's good. But we try to keep these shows to under an hour, so I need to
Oh,
scroll.
just keep going. I mean, like, there's cool stuff. There's hot sauce. Again, I make the hot sauce. It's really good. It's more about flavor. Yes, you can scentify your cover. So I have a transparent scratch and sniff sticker that you can add on to
Oh,
any
cool.
cover. And it smells like the scent is there. It's called Cowboy. It's citrus, bergamot, sea salt, and amberwood. It smells good. So I'm not going to make your book smell like a zombie. I promise.
Right.
Swag bags. If you can't decide what you want as an add-on, you can let me choose, and I'll send you just a
These are random
plethora of
things.
things. I got new stuff to send out. Here's the hot sauce. So our best-selling combo is a 3-pack. And so in the tiers, you'll see a hot sauce plus 7. That's our most popular. But if you want a wooden cover, you can add on hot sauce to the wooden cover. And we offer 1, 3, and 5 bottles to add on. So
And then
I
you
end
have
up,
kind of like your own little spiciness index.
yeah. So you can see what you're getting yourself into, and it'll tell you a flavor profile and what to eat it with, etc. We are zeroing in on the next poker card. We've been building a deck for a while. So every campaign, if you show up and you back a physical tier, you get poker cards for free. Eventually, we will finish the deck. And so if you've been on the path with me, then guess what? You get a free deck of cards. And it's fun. We got this Lola, the undead bandito, who is smiling with the cold heart. She is your queen of spades. So we'll flip the next one at 100. We're very close. We're almost to
So
100.
eventually you're going to have a whole deck.
Mm-hmm. And the back is that white back. I have the reverse of it too. There's a black back with the angel demon in white and the red swoops. And so when we finish the white deck, I'll release the full black deck as well, so people can have 2 decks.
Cool.
Got the whole thing planned for when I'm 97 years old and we're done with poker cards.
And then you have your indie bundle.
Yeah, unlocked.
A lot
15 extra comics. What's that?
Yeah, so this is unlocked already?
Yeah, that was at 5,000. And so everybody gets an additional 15 comic PDFs. So digital and physical backers get those. I love those. And this is what's around the corner. So sad pancake scratch and sniff stickers. Smells like maple syrup. Yes, it does. So we'll get to that one as well. And then of course comes the slice and dice, which
oh yeah, we talked about this earlier.
yeah. We'll see. We'll probably be doing a pumpkin because it'll be fall.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you guys can pick and choose the weapon. This I'm super excited about. It's the Zombie Deconstructed, and it's there's a candy company in Texas. They're family owned, and it's called the Candy Crypt. And I put their hyperlink in there so you can take a look at them. They're super cool. It's 2 ladies, and they're gonna put together like fun pack size gummies, eyeball, brain, teeth, and bears for Big James. So.
Whenever I look at your Kickstarters, I always think, man, I should put more fun stuff in my. But then I think about like how much work all of this.
This isn't work. I'm asking them to do it. I'm paying them. They're gonna do it, and then they just ship it to me, and I put it in the Gemini mailer.
Yeah, that's not that much work, but like
No.
the grinding the coffee beans and like mashing the habaneros or the ghost peppers, I guess you said, or like making the little squeezy things. Like, man,
it is. It's work, but I loved it. I love it. I'm having fun, you guys. This is my passion project. This is where my brain goes. You know, if I've had a stressful day and I just want to daydream, I go to Path of the Pale Rider World and I walk around there. I love this. And I hope you love it too. It's one of those, like, you can really go down a rabbit hole and get deep into this world should you choose. We got Prince. There's the zombies. That's at 9,000. So I don't know if we're going to make it. We've never broken 9,000 before.
So okay, so one of the things we talked about before when we were backstage was you do this thing where you check I'm just scrolling through so people can see
Yeah.
the Kickstarter. But you do this thing where you break down your Kickstarters by the day,
Hmm.
and you can see like, okay, am I on target? Am I not on target? And other people have told me like I could do this if I wanted to, and I choose not to because I feel like it would add to my anxiety. But you're saying that it actually decreases your anxiety?
Yeah, because okay, so this is my 8th Kickstarter. And I've done, where they go up, sometimes they're a little less, then they go up again. And so I'm looking at like how long are my Kickstarters? I've kept the goal consistent throughout. The only goal that's different is the trade paperback because again, I'm not I'm not paying for interior pages. I'm not paying the art guys. And so that is just the print goal. But on these, it's always 4,550. And so I can track, where we are percentage to goal. And when you go back and you look, like it took me a full 28 days to get funded on my very first campaign. And now we're funding in 3 days, 2 days, sometimes just over 24 hours. But again, it's like when you look at the pattern, you can see that where you're trending is right around where you were last time. Then it's like, okay, now I can calm down. We had that dead period last time, right around the middle. And then look what happened at the end. And so for me, it helps me calm down when you hit those plateaus in the middle and you panic, like we all do. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm not doing enough, or okay, I'm not, what did I do wrong? Or why aren't my people coming back? And then you look at it, from campaign to campaign, how, at the end, the last 10 days, things pick up again. And so that's what kind of helps me is like where we are at the beginning and where we are at the end. And then in the middle, it's like, I don't know, good luck. And try something different every time and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. I recommend that if anybody's interested in, what I do to go poke around in the Kickstarter, there's a lot there. So, you can go explore, find things that you like. If you're a hot sauce fan, if you're a zombie fan, if you're a fan of custom Funko Pops or wooden covers, we got a lot of stuff. But it's not
Are there
something that you can
people
just scroll through. Hmm?
are there people who buy all of your stuff except for the comic book?
I don't run a Kickstarter where you can
Okay.
avoid the comic. Every single tier has the comic because that's what I want. I want
Like,
you to read the story.
yeah, I guess
If
that
I
doesn't
wanted to
happen
sell
to me.
hot sauce, I'd go down that avenue, but that's not what this is. This is
I guess
about
that doesn't really
reading the
happen to
story.
me when I do like a Kickstarter, but it happens to me when I do a convention. Like sometimes people will walk up
Mhm.
to my table and they'll just buy the T-shirt, and I'm like, you don't know what you're buying a T-shirt for. Like,
It's
why are you
okay.
doing this?
Like at that point, I'm fine. And like at that, I'm fine because
I'm fine
some
with it.
people.
It's just it's odd to me.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because at Texas Haunters, where I was this past weekend, it was always like the first hour where the VIPs are walking the floor, and then the main doors would open, and people always come in and they want to experience everything, right? And so nobody's talking to me about comic books, but they are all talking to me about hot sauce. But that is my buy-in because they're like, these are really interesting labels. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's related to my comic book. Everything is related to the comic book. And so it kind of gives me a shoe in. It's like you can try all the hot sauce you want, but we're going to talk about comic books too.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I always look for things like that. Like, I mean, obviously, I do a cryptid comic book, so a lot of times when people come up to my booth, it's like, okay, well, what's your favorite cryptid?
Mhm.
And it sounds like the hot sauce is kind of the same thing, where it's like, oh, you like hot sauce? Well, you should check out the comic book that
I
it's.
always bring it up. Sometimes I just buy the hot sauce and that's fine.
Yeah.
At the Comic-Con, that's fine. It's you just want hot sauce. Amen, brother, sister. Here's your 3-pack. Have a nice day. Enjoy. But at least I put it in your mind that there is a comic book related to this. So maybe someday they'll pick it up. And if not, that's okay. Enjoy your hot sauce.
So Carl
Thank
can
you,
kind
Carl.
of figure out that. Oh, look,
Kitty.
that's my buddy. That's Stitch.
Hi,
Oh,
Stitch.
he wants to be fed. Carl can probably figure out that was like kind of ending things here.
Yeah. Well, it's that time.
So, did you want to mention your social media or anything? What about you, Stitch? Do you want to mention your social media?
Everybody follow Stitch on Facebook, Instagram, and OnlyFans. Just kidding.
You can actually follow Stitch on my Facebook because I put a lot.
Can you really?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
no, I mean you can. I put
Well,
a
you
lot.
follow you and then
Yeah.
Get updates about Stitch. I'm on all the socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. I have a Blue Sky and a Twitter, and I'm just never on them, but they're there. I might occasionally drop something new there and then blow everybody out of their minds like, oh, Laurie's here, and then I disappear again. I have a YouTube channel. It's just at Laurie Calcaterra 360. I would love a subscribe and follow. I do a weekly podcast called the Tuesday Morning Brew. It's wonderful. We drink coffee. We talk to creators like Grant, and we have a good time. So you can join me tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that show is actually going to Roku soon. So we're going to be on TV, which is going to be amazing.
That's right. So Pops Van Zandt. I remember he was talking about doing that. He finally got the funding to do that.
Yep, it's going.
Awesome.
This year it'll be there. We're hoping this summer, maybe in the fall, but sooner or later it's going to be there. And I think my show is one of the first ones. I'm always the guinea pig of the network where they're like, we'll try it out on Laurie's show. Okay. So we should be there shortly. I think
Carl is saying, I think that for the next show I'll be passing out a secret code. See if people can decode it. Sorry, I said decode it. And it may interest them in my spy novel. Yeah, anything you can do, like to get your foot in the door, especially because a lot of people, like if you just say comic book, they hear the word comic book and they're like, ooh, yuck, no, I don't want that.
I know, lame, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I sold somebody this weekend. He was like, I'm not really into reading comic books. And I was like, you know what? A lot of people get into comic books by reading my series because they're tired of Hollywood. And I'm like, everybody's tired of reboot, recycle, rehash. And I was like, they're not taking a chance on anything new. All the new stuff is here in indie. And then I put a book in his hand. He ended up buying the whole set.
That's a great point because when people say I don't like comic books, or the other thing I hear a lot is
how do you overcome that?
Or when people say I don't like American comic books, what they're really talking about is they don't like Marvel or DC.
Right. That's okay. I don't like them neither.
Yeah, I mean, I liked those comic books. I'm a little bit tired of them at this point, but
yeah.
But
I'm with you.
Donna's saying hi to Stitch. Dave is saying hi. Good news, Dave. You got here right for the end of the show.
Yeah, I love it when people do that. I always razz them. I'm like, you showed up just for the end. Nice of you.
It's not personal, Dave. We're not ending the show because you're here. It's a coincidence.
I want to say one more thing before we end. I just want to remind people that Kickstarter time is the most important time for indie creators. It helps guarantee that we get to continue making you cool ass stuff. The artists get paid, the merch gets ordered, and the books get printed, and they're beautiful. So a lot of people are like, well, I'll just wait until afterwards and I'll buy a copy. But what we as creators would prefer is for you to show up to the Kickstarter. Plus you get all the stretch goals. So, I mean, why not show up here and get the cool stuff? So, but thank you. Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for letting me talk about all my million things on my Kickstarter and
you're always a good
crazy
guest.
ideas. Thanks.
Thank you again. And Houston Dave is saying that he likes original ideas and comics.
Yeah.
Then you're our type. And Carl is saying Laurie has a show tomorrow on YouTube. Yes. If you have time tomorrow, check out Laurie's show. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much, Laurie. Thank you for everybody who watched. We will be back next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.